Welcome back to King Online Trading School. If this is the first time you'll be watching any of our videos or this analysis, make sure you click that subscribe button and don't forget to activate the bell icon so that you can be notified whenever we upload any new content. And if you are into Forex trading, binary options, crypto trading, or stock, this is the channel you definitely want to subscribe to. So we have a whole lot of quality video content that can help your trading career. So feel free to check them out and don't forget to leave a like, drop your comments and share it with your loved ones. All right, so for those who are new with this video, what you are looking right in front of you, this is called the King strategy. This is the combination of moving averages, stochastic, and RSI. So if you really want to learn more about this strategy, make sure you watch this video to the end, right? And this strategy has well over 75% win rate if you follow the trading conditions as laid out, all right? So if you want to learn more, as I've said, make sure you watch this video to the end, and you can as well join us on Telegram. There's a link down in the description to join us on Telegram, okay? And every Sunday, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, 8 p.m. London time, and 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we generally have training on Forex. So if you really want to join us and you want to learn something new, make sure you join us on Telegram. There, you're going to have more information concerning this training, all right? So before I go deeper, we also have several videos concerning this strategy that can help you to win more trades. So feel free to check them out. Simply type in the King strategy. All the videos related to this strategy will pop up, so you can take your time to watch them one after the other. All right. So guys, I want to congratulate those who have been following our strategy for this. For those who have been following this strategy for quite some time. This strategy has been delivering, and this is absolutely a game changer for those who have been taking this, following this analysis. All right. So this analysis is between Monday 30th of May to 3rd of June 2022. Monday 30th of May to 3rd of June 2022. So guys, let's get started. The first pair I'm going to take a look at right here is AUDUSD. And of course, before I go deeper, let me make it clear to you, those of you who are new, that we're going to base this analysis between H1 and weekly. Our entry time frame is going to be H1 while we analyze from weekly downward. All right, so AUDUSD, according to H1 and H4, this is currently buy bias. So going into the weekly time frame, we see that the weekly candle closed with a bullish momentum candle. So this tells us that we should expect more upside right from this pair. So our weekly target for AUDUSD is found right at this yellow resistance, which is at this resistance right here at 0.7528. All right. So understand that price may not get to this destination within 1 or 2 weeks, but this is our overall target. So it may take a month or more before price gets to this destination, depending on the momentum in the market. So that's going to be our weekly target. All right. So our daily target is found right at this blue resistance at 0.7264. Right. So we are very, very optimistic. Price is going to get up to this level, if not break it to the upside. So going into entry time frame, this is currently buy bias. We want to wait for price to pull back right here. We wait for the pullback. Okay, wait for the pullback, then we'll catch the buy entry on its way up. Right? Catch the buy entry on its way up, and our first profit should be taken before the blue resistance at 0.7264. And if that level gets broken, we'll be heading on to the yellow resistance. So AUDUSD, this is a good trade to look out for a buy. Okay, the next one I want to take a look at is AUDCAD. According to H1 and H4, this is currently buy bias, so we expect more upside to come right on AUDCAD. So our weekly target for AUDCAD is found right at this resistance at the top of this weekly candle. So that's going to be at 0.9252. That's going to be our weekly target. Okay, and we also see the weekly candle closed in green candle, so we expect it to push to the upside during this coming week. So the daily candle, we also see this closed in green, all right? But we expect this to push up to this resistance right here, which is at 0.9164, all right, during this coming week. So that's going to be our fourth target. So we've seen this is currently to the upside. Let's wait for this little pullback, okay? When the 5 and 12 moving average crosses to the upside, that's going to be a good one to take a buy. Okay, so our first profit is going to be at this blue resistance at 0.9164, and if that level gets broken as usual, we'll be heading on to the weekly target, which is the yellow resistance. So AUDCAD, this is a good one to look out for a buy. Look out for a buy on AUDCAD. CAD Swiss franc, according to H1 and 4, this is currently sell bias. So the weekly candle, we see the weekly candle close in red. Okay, but we've seen this as touch the support right here. But based on the momentum right here, we expect this pair to pull down some more towards this red moving average. All right, so we expect more push down to come right on the CAD Swiss franc. Okay, so going into the daily time frame, we see this, the daily candle close in green. All right, so we are going to wait for some kind of pullback on lower time frame before we can see more downside on this pair. So our daily target is found right at this blue support at 0.7452, while the weekly support is found right at this yellow support. So going into the entry time frame, all right, we've seen the pullback already. So if the cross should happen right at this junction, that's going to be a good one to take a sell entry, and the first profit should be taken before the blue support at 0.7457. And if that level gets broken as usual, we are heading onto the yellow support at 0.7354. So CAD Swiss franc, look out for a sell. CAD Swiss franc, look out for a sell. Swiss franc JPY, according to H1 and 4, we are currently buy bias. So going into the entry time frame, we see this close in green, and also this is also a momentum, bullish momentum candlestick pattern. So we expect more upside to come. So our weekly target for this is found right above this level right here. Okay, so we are using this level right here as our weekly target. Okay, I think we need to put that in yellow. Okay, so our weekly target is found out at the yellow resistance at 136.01. That's going to be our weekly target. So the daily target is found right at this point right here, okay, which is at 133.57. All right, so the daily candle, we also see this close in green. So we expect more upside, at least for price to touch the daily resistance before the turnaround can happen, if ever it's going to happen that way. So let's wait for the pullback to happen right here. Let's wait for the pullback to happen. Okay, then we take the buy entry on its way up. So Swiss franc JPY, this is also a good one to look out for a buy. Okay, our first profits should be taken before the blue resistance, and the weekly target is found right at the yellow resistance. So Swiss franc JPY, this is a good one to look out for a buy. Euro Swiss franc is the next one I want to talk about. Euro Swiss franc, according to H1 and 4, this is currently sell bias. So the sell entry, the weekly candle, we see the weekly candle close in red, okay, with some kind of indecision in between. Okay, so we expect more downside to come eventually down to this yellow support at 1.0091, right? While the daily candle also closed in red, the same formation we have on the weekly candle. So that tells us that price is yet to decide which direction to follow. But based on H1 and 4, we have some kind of level of confidence that this is going to drop a little bit more. All right, so our daily target is found right at this blue support at 1.0191, while the weekly is found at the yellow support. So going into the entry time frame, we've seen the pullback has happened already. If the cross happens to the downside, this is going to be a good one to look out for a sell. Euro Swiss franc, look out for a sell. Euro USD. Euro USD, according to H1 and 4, we are currently bias on this pair. So the weekly candle closed in greens with this is also a momentum candle. So we expect the weekly candle to be at this yellow resistance at 1.1186. And of course, this is going to take more than 2 weeks for price to get up to this level. That's going to be based on the momentum that's going to be available in the market. So that's going to be our weekly target. So the daily candle, we see the daily candle close in green. Okay, so this is an indecision candle. So we expect price to push up some more, but right now this is currently sitting at the resistance, as you can see right here, based on this blue horizontal line right here. But we expect this to break up, to come up to this level, to respect the 120 moving average. Okay, so if that should happen right here, guys, go into the entry time frame. We've seen the pullback has happened already, so it will be good to take the buy entry. The cross has happened. Okay, once market opens up, this is going to be a good one to take buy entry, and the profit should be taken before the blue resistance, while the overall weekly target is found right at the yellow resistance. So Euro USD, a good trade to look out for a buy. Euro USD, look out for a buy. GBP USD, according to H1 and 4, is currently bias. The same setup we've seen on Euro USD is what we are seeing on GBP USD. Why? Because Euro and GBP, they are brothers. So which means they move alike. All right, so this is a good correlation between the two pairs. So I believe it's going to help a whole lot of people to make their decision. So the weekly target for this is found right at this support right here, which is at 1.2977, which is at the yellow resistance. So going into the daily time frame, we are seeing this is currently sitting at the daily resistance right here. So this may eventually cause some kind of pullback to happen on the lower time frame before the pull up can happen, because we are very, very optimistic this is most likely going to get broken up to touch the red moving average on the weekly time frame. So going into the entry time frame, we've seen the pullback has happened, the cross has happened. So as market opens up without gap, take your trade to the upside. So that's going to be a buy entry. All right, so GBP USD, this is also a good trade to look out for a buy. Look out for a buy on GU, look out for a buy. CHF is the next one I want to talk about. According to H1 and 4, is currently sell biased. So the weekly candle, we see the weekly candle closed in red. So this tells us that more downside is most likely going to come. So, but we expect the weekly candle to also touch the yellow support before any significant reversal can happen or more downside. But so right there, our weekly target is found right at the yellow support at 1.1910. Right, so going into the daily candle, we see the daily candle close in green. All right, so this is kind of, we can see that there's a kind of gap in between the candle, which main price may eventually want to get that filled before anything can happen. Okay, so our daily target is found right at this blue support at 1.1988. Okay, so going into the entry time frame, the pullback has happened. Wait for the cross. All right, on the cross is down to the downside, take your sell entry, and the first profit should be taken before the blue support at 1.1988. And if that level get broken, we'll be heading on to the weekly target right here. Okay, this is a good one to look out for a sell. GBP Swiss franc, look out for a sell. GBP NZD, according to this H1 and 4, this is currently sell bias. So the weekly candle close in red. Okay, we expect this to come and touch this the week of this weekly candle before anything can happen in between. So the daily candle right here also close in red. So and our daily target is found out at this support at 1.9244, which is at this blue support. So going into the entry time frame, okay, we wait for the pullback to happen right here. All right, wait for the pullback to happen and catch your sell entry on its way down. So this is a good trade to look out for a sell. Okay, while the first profit should be taken before this blue support, and if we see price close below that level, we focus on the next target, which is the weekly target right below. So this is a good one to look out for a sell. GN, look out for a sell. NZDUSD, according to H1 and 4, is currently buy bias. So our weekly target for NZDUSD is right at this top here, which is at 0.7040. All right, so going into the daily time frame, the daily time frame also closed in green. Okay, daily candle closed in green, but we can see this is currently sitting at the resistance, so anything can happen, but we are very, very optimistic this is most likely going to get broken to touch the moving average and eventually breaks up if ever that's going to happen. So our daily target right here for this pair is found right at 0.6721, which is at this blue resistance. So going to the entry time frame, we've seen the push up, wait for the pullback to happen, catch your buy entry. This is also a good buy entry setups. Okay, so catch your buy entry, and the first profit should be taken before this blue resistance and eventually the yellow resistance on the weekly target. So this is a good one to look out for a buy. NZDUSD, look out for a buy. NZDCAD, according to H1 and 4, we are currently buy bias. So the weekly candle closed in green, but we can see this is currently sitting at the weekly resistance right here. Okay, support turns resistance. So we expect to see something funny right here anyway, but our weekly target is found right at this level. Weekly support is found right at this level right here, okay, which is at 0.8612. But by then we expect the moving average to also support the 120. The moving average to also support the price as once price get to this yellow resistance. So going into the daily time frame, we see the daily time frame close in green. This is not a perfect bullish engulfing because of the tail. So nevertheless, our daily target is going to be right at this level right here, okay, towards the 120 moving average, which is at this resistance right here. Okay, so that's going to be our daily target. So going into the entry time frame, wait for the pullback. It's happening already. Wait for the pullback. All right, and take your buy entry once the cross happens to the upside. So NZDCAD, this is also a good one to look out for a buy, and the first profit should be towards the blue resistance at 0.8474, and if that level get broken, we head on to the yellow resistance. So NZDCAD, this is a good trade to look out for a buy. USDCAD, according to H1 and 4, we are currently sell bias. So going into the weekly time frame, the weekly time frame closed in red. This is a bearish momentum candlestick pattern. So we expect more downside to come right on this pair. So our weekly target is found right at this big support right here. Okay, so we understand price may not get here in 1 or 2 weeks, but we expect price to touch that eventually in a couple of weeks to come. So that's going to be at 1.2464. That's going to be our weekly target. So going to the daily target, we see the daily candle also closed in red, and this is also a bearish momentum candlestick pattern. So our target right here is right at this support, which is at the blue support at 1.2676. All right. So going to the entry time frame, the pullback is definitely going to come. Okay, so wait for it to come, then catch your sell entry to the downside, catch your sell entry to the downside, and the first profit is going to be right at this blue support right here. I hope this is very, very clear. And if that level get broken, we head on to the yellow support. Okay, USDCAD, a good one to look out for is sell. The last one we'll take a look at is USD Swiss franc. USD Swiss franc, according to H1 is currently sell biased. So the candle closed in red, so we expect more downside. This is a clear signal that we expect 3 bull candle to also happen on this pattern on this during this coming week. So which means more downside is expected to come. So now the weekly target for this is fine right at this yellow support at 0.9206. This may not happen in 1 week. All right, so our daily target is fine right at this junction right here at 0.9477, because we also see the momentum candlestick to the downside. So going to the entry time frame, we'll wait for the pullback, the proper pullback to happen. We'll catch the sell entry to the downside. I hope this is catch the sell entry to the downside, and the first profit is at the blue support at 0.9477, and if that level get broken, we head down to the yellow support. So USD Swiss franc, look for a sell. This is also a good trade to look out for a sell. All right, so guys, that's all I have for you tonight. So let's make a quick recap. AUDUSD, look for a buy. AUDCAD, look for a buy. CAD Swiss franc, sell. Swiss franc JPY, buy. Euro Swiss franc, sell. Euro USD, buy. GBP USD, buy. GBP Swiss franc, sell. GBP NZD, sell. NZDUSD, sell. NZDCAD, sell. USDCAD, sell. NZUSD Swiss franc, sell. And the weak pair I can find according to this strategy is USD is weak across board. All right, USD is weak across board. And the strong pair I can be able to spot out right here is Swiss franc is strong. Okay, NZD is also super strong. So let's make use of that. All right, so if you are yet to subscribe, so please make sure you click that subscribe button, and don't forget to leave a like, share this with your loved ones, and don't forget to click that subscribe button and activate the bell icon. So I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Bye bye for now. Have a lovely weekend and a great week ahead. Bye bye for now, and have a blessed day.